We are learning about the punishments against 3 civilian security members involved in the base breach that led to the death of a sailor on the USS Mahan. Good evening. I'm Nicole Livis.
And I'm Tom Shad. Today's announcement from the Navy is the final piece of this investigation. 10 Your Side's Joe Fisher has a copy of that report and comments from the Navy about the death of Petty Officer Mark Mayo. Joe.
Tom and Nicole, the Navy says Mark Mayo died protecting his fellow sailors when a gunman tried to get on board. Chopper 10 was above the USS Mahan in March of last year. Investigators say delivery driver Jeffrey Savage got his rig through security and that he wrestled a gun away from a sailor before getting onto the ship's quarterdeck and opening fire. Navy personnel eventually shot and killed Savage, but not before Savage shot Mayo. As for the disciplinary actions of those civilian personnel who were assigned to Naval Station Norfolk the night Mayo died, the officer who let Savage through the gate in the first place resigned from service. The civilian night watch commander supervisor, who the Navy says failed to provide oversight and supervision, got a 14-day suspension without pay, as did a civilian officer at the gate who the Navy says failed to alert security about Savage's unauthorized entry in proper time. The Navy's Mid-Atlantic Regional Commander issued this statement about the incident, saying, quote, "We owe it to Petty Officer Mark Mayo's legacy, to the men and women who serve on our installations, and to the American taxpayer to ensure we protect our workforce and the assets the nation entrusts to us." Last month, the Navy relieved the lieutenant in charge of security at Naval Station Norfolk over the incident. As for Mayo, he was buried at Arlington National Cemetery. We have expanded coverage of this story on WAVY.com, including the Navy's full report on the shooting investigation that was released back in March. I'm Joe Fisher, 10 on your side.